Leo, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for March 21st to the 27th of 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out that link down below because the signs are different. All right, so Leo, a lunar eclipse this week on Wednesday, which is all about that culmination of a lot of these things that maybe you've been involved with over the past 6 months relating to your either values, your finances, the material aspects of life, assets, things that are usually material, but all types of values, And so with this, at the very least, there's this illumination now of what you really value in life and how to pursue a lot of these material things, like a good financial security, good self-reliance, these types of matters. So it's all coming to a high point here on Wednesday, and there's a lot to learn with this. These eclipses are very transformational. It's more of the intuitive kind of learning with that sun bouncing off of that moon and then the earth eclipsing it and that earthly energy coming through, but still listening to it and applying it from that spiritual perspective. Okay, and so through that spiritual perspective, this lunar eclipse is going to be sextiling up to Mars, which is about taking action towards it, maybe asserting yourself. And this is specifically with some actions that you might have been intent on lately relating to home or family or your health, which has been Mars in that fourth house. So continuing to take action there can be very good, can be supportive to all of this, and maybe even emotional type of assertiveness, emotional type of expression that can be supportive as well. Now, this lunar eclipse is going to be opposing up to this Mercury-Sun conjunction, which is taking place on Wednesday. And so this opposition is about balance, and all these full moons and lunar eclipses are all about balance. And so this is balancing specifically the values, the material stuff, with the deeper stuff. There's been a lot of deep, old psychological patterns and conditioning and things like that that have been changing and have been being brought back into a balance over the past 2 years with the South Node here. Okay, but a lot of that's finishing up. But here with this, it's very important that with where I think you're focused right now, which is on the deep, what is on the meaningful, what is on the real, the truth of the matter, of yourself, of life, of just things in general, remembering that there is that sensual pleasure as well. There is the material world. There's connecting to that beauty there and enjoying things in that simple life. So balancing the simple life, the material pleasures, with the non-material, deeper life, I think is very important with this. And with your mind, there can be a lot of self-expression about the deep truths, about what is really deep within you. And this could be an awareness for yourself, but also maybe just sharing just deeper aspects with others about yourself. This strong transparency can come through here. So it's important to bring that extra attention to communications, just to make sure that things aren't just kind of spilling all over the place. And with that, you do have that awareness, right? Because your Mercury going in front of the sun makes you guys usually with this a little bit more expressive, talkative, communicative during this time. And this could be specifically with the really deep things that sometimes are best for best kept personal in that sense, and maybe for others as well, so they can have their personal life process and transformation and things. So just wanted to bring that to your attention because it is, again, opposition and balance with these things. And if you do feel that passion, expressiveness about the truth of life, by all means, with that awareness, express yourself. That can be very strong here this middle part of the week. Now, Jupiter is going to be squaring up to Saturn. So there is this groundedness with the whole thing. Saturn's been in this crux, this T-square with all this transformation and change, reminding us that there's this slow and steady expansion. So slow and steady growth. And this is specifically with the expansion that is taking place for you. We have this North Node shifting into your sign. We've had Jupiter in your first house, in your sign. So there's a lot of this possibility expanding. But Saturn is saying take it nice and slow, take it nice and patient, and really see the long road, see the big picture. So a reminder to do that, and that can help bring everything into this balance, into this sort of harmony with this T-square. Now on Thursday in particular, Mercury is going to be trining up to Mars. So with this perhaps deeper perspective that you have right now at the moment, there could be some good assertiveness with that. Could be some good directness with your ideas that can come quite easy perhaps on Thursday. Now, Friday is another important part of the week because we do have Saturn going retrograde and then a few other aspects which are very important as well. So going into the weekend, there's this shift of now where I think you have been establishing your roots in either a location, with home, with your health, with family, these kinds of matters over the past roughly year with Saturn here in this fourth house. It's a good time to reflect on all of this now, right? So for about the next 5 months, reflect, restructure your home, your family, your health, and really reflect on where you can make change so that you have a stronger foundation in your life. And that's Saturn at the bottom of the chart, helping you really get your roots established there. Now with that, synchronistically, Saturn is going to be squaring up to Venus at that same time. So this is really testing the relationships. And again, with this whole T-square stuff and all this attention on you, it is suggesting the importance of patience and maturity and groundedness and all that with your relationships, which is going to be Venus in that 7th squaring up to Saturn. It could also be with your career and your communication, okay, this later part of the week. Now, with that T-square, of course, Venus is going to be opposing up to Jupiter, so you guys could be feeling a little bit confident or optimistic about the career, about the communications, maybe relationships, and probably about what you're capable of and what you want to achieve in life. But again, remember that with any opposition from Jupiter, there's a lot of optimism, and sometimes it can be over-optimism. So keep everything nice and grounded and tactful and mutual, and have that healthy perspective on relationships and self, and relates and all of that, and that can help balance out, I think, this Jupiter energy. And again, with Saturn reminding you that there's this longer road, this bigger picture involved with all that. Now, over the weekend, your ruler, the Sun, is going to be trining up to Mars, so there is this very strong direct energy about you over the weekend. Again, great for asserting yourself, great for expressing the deeper truths of life, which is that Sun in the 8th house. And then also over the weekend, Venus is going to be sextiling up to Pluto. So there's this gateway, this opportunity perhaps for change with maybe relationships, with the career, with the communication. Not major, just something over the weekend where you can really access that deep and powerful self-expression, which has been changing for you for many years with Pluto in that 5th house. So the more you're open to changing your interests, your passions, the way you express yourself, that's going to be very directly supportive to, I think, the relationship and the career and stuff, and even self here over the weekend. All right, Leo, so have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.